Hello, everybody. This is Sylvester with Sylvester's Fashion Art and Tarot, and thank you for coming to my channel. Today, I would like to do a reading on Venus Xtravaganza from the legendary movie Paris is Burning. And I recommend everyone who have not seen the movie, please see the movie. That movie has been such an influence on gay culture, you wouldn't believe. People would grab quotes and just different ideas from that movie. It helped shape gay culture in a way. Although gay culture's been around, but that movie gave more an in-depth look into gay culture and what it's all about, how the people were living, what they were doing. It gave you a different eye view on the world of ball culture, and this was a new thing back in the. I think the movie was made in 1988 through 1990. I think it was released in 1990 because I remember years ago. I remember seeing it in 1990, and I just started my first year in college. So that was a while back for me. So it's been like over 30 years since the first time I've seen this movie, but I've been seeing it periodically throughout the years, off and on. But during that time, I always wonder why Venus's murder has not been solved. I know through my research, I found that there were people who simulated a play based on her death, and that it wasn't really well received. People thought it was done in poor taste. But anyway, the speculations are that she probably had a John or a trick that she took to a hotel, because her body was found at the Duchess Hotel in New York City. And the person who murdered her placed her under a bed. They strangled her first, and then they put her under the bed to discard her like she was nothing. And it must have been an incident. I'm just assuming at this point, because I have not done the reading yet, that it could have been a person she picked up, and they found out that they wasn't getting what they want. They discovered that she was a boy, and they felt a certain kind of way about it, so they strangled her. I mean, that's just an idea. I don't know for certain. I have no idea for certain, but that's generally what's been said based on my research. So, and I think that's the scenario with many transgender people who are doing sex work, and they come across these guys who think they're a girl, and then they discover they're something else. So, but still, that doesn't give them the right to want to murder them, because they feel like their sexuality has been challenged because they were attracted by a trans person. So it just brings up so many identity issues for them. But anyway, yeah, so she was discovered in 1988 at the Duchess Hotel in New York City. They said when they discovered her on Christmas Day, that she must have been dead for 4 days. So I think the murder happened on the 21st of that year in 1988, of December of 1988. Yeah. So she's just been lying there, discarded like she was nothing. It's really sad. These are people that just want to live their life being who they are. But at the same time, she did what she had to make money. So that was one way for her to make money, was to do sex work. So it is what it is. However, it does not give the right for anyone to murder someone because they feel a certain way about their identity. Further information I found out about Venus Xtravaganza. Her real name is Thomas Pelagatti. Yeah, Pelagatti. Yeah. So she's actually Puerto Rican and Italian descent. And she's one of 5 children. And I'm not sure if she's the middle or the youngest. I have no idea, but she is one of 5 children. So, I believe mostly boys. I could be wrong. Um, and I believe she was the only girl. um, anyway, so what I want to do today is do a general reading on Venus Xtravaganza, and then I will go into asking more questions after the general reading. All right. So Spirit, I'm going to do a general reading on Venus Xtravaganza. Please, Spirit, allow me to give insight on her life. Allow for me to share what you will. Please allow me to know what you would like for me to share. Give me insight on her life. Allow me to help and to give light to her life. She is your loved one. She is your child spirit. Allow me to read the life of Thomas Pelagatti, better known as Venus Xtravaganza. Give me insight. Give me knowledge. Allow for me to see what you would like for me to know. Share with me what you would like for me to know. She is your child. She is your home. Share with me what you would like for me to know, Spirit. Please share with me about the life of Thomas Pelagatti, aka Venus Xtravaganza. Okay. Card coming out. Share your loved one. Share with me what you would like for me to know about Venus Xtravaganza. Share with me about Venus Xtravaganza. Okay. Of course, got a little jumbled there. Okay. Okay. Guess I have a bonus card that came out. Oh wow. Okay. Look like some extra cards came out. So usually I would do a 10 card spread that would be like the Celtic Cross, but extra cards were coming out. So I'm like, must be a lot to say here. So I'm just trying to arrange them in a way so I can organize a little better here. Okay, I guess we should start the reading now. um, anyway, where's first card I get that represents the person is the King of Swords. And with the King of Swords, I get this person stands, well, Venus stood for her rights to be who she is. She knew who she was. She loved who she is. She made no quarrels or doubts about that. So she was in her own righteousness, living in her truth. That's what I get. She's living in her truth to be who she is, and she was happy that way. It's like she knew as a little boy that she was really a girl, and she was supposed to be a girl. So she lived her life as a little girl, and so she could grow into being the woman that she was meant to be. So for me, this card is representing that she's living in her truth, in her own justice, in her frame of mind of who she is as a person. So this represents the person. Now the situation is that with the Seven of Swords here, she dealt with a lot of backstabby, underhanded situations with people, and I think that goes in line with the sex work she was doing, uh, and also possibly in her personal life besides the sex work. So she was dealing with a lot of cunningness, underhandingness, distrustworthy people. She might herself been distrustworthy herself, because I get the feeling for her to live, I'm sure she took little things that weren't hers. I'm sure she was very creative in how she lived her life in a way. Um, well, she did things in order to survive, put it that way. And of course, she received favors from friends or people that met her along the way. But in the midst of all that, um, she was she was dealing with a lot of untrustworthiness. She had to be very crafty and very creative, but yet at the same time, she was dealing with crafty, creative people who wanted to get over on her. So in a way, she's dealing with that, but also she had to be that way too in order to survive. So that's what I get as far as handling the situation. I mean, being the situation. Now, in her, what's beneath her, but also represents past influences. I get the Four of Wands here, and this represents a happy place in her life, joy, um, a sense where she just was at her happiest. So she had very good, happy moments with people. And I think this is when she found her house. I believe this is more of her house she has with the extravaganzas. They accepted her in that house. Some of this stuff I'm saying, some of it is known from the movie. I'm regurgitating that, but also feel that that she had a strong sense of family that she didn't really get at home. So there was a lot of joy there. So she just was celebrating her new life, being away from home and on her own, and being surrounded with people that support and love her. Yeah. What's in her past? I get the Seven of Pentacles. I get a waiting period on things. I get things are moving slowly for her. It's always a sense of waiting for something, wanting something to happen, but it's not really coming through as much as she would like it to. Um, yeah, yeah. I get just a slow waiting period on things, just being impatient, but she wanted to move and very eager to make some things happen for herself, but they wasn't moving as quickly as she would like it to. So here I just get a slow of time, um, slow in moments. She's like she's planting the seeds and hoping that it grows. It's like she's going out and it's like she's going out and trying to get known or trying to get some kind of publicity about herself, like doing the ballroom, doing the categories, but it didn't get her there yet. But she was planting the seeds and hoping for it to grow to be much bigger than what it was. Yeah. What crowns her, but also represents future influences for her, was the Six of Swords. So she's moving on, leaving things behind, not looking back really. She's looking to do something else, make some dramatic changes in her life, because she just got tired of doing the same old thing and she needed change. She needed change in the work. She needed change in her life. She was eager to do things that she just wanted to do. Um, but so I get here is this need and desire for change and to just move on. So that's what I'm feeling here. In her future position, I get the Hierophant. She's a very spiritual woman, very spiritual person, and she believes in God. Although that was said in the movie, but here this represents that she had a very strong spirituality about herself, and she was just. I think during her process, she was really how do I say, she was trying to um, manifest the things she wanted to do, and I think that's where her belief in God comes in, where she was really, uh, although she has her belief, but she also was looking at that as being a way to get to where she wanted to go as well. So her beliefs and her passions and her connection with Spirit, God, was going to help her take her where she wanted to go. So she had a very strong spiritual belief there. That's why I get her as her future. In her mind, what's representing her mind is the Two of Swords. She had some indecisions. She had to make some decisions. She had a hard time making decisions on some things. It's just like if she goes one way, she's not sure. She wants to go another way, she's not sure. Very uncertain about a lot of things. So it was like, what do I do? So there was a lot of confusion going on in her head about what direction she should go to get to where she wants to do. So she was just uncertain. She's just uncertain on what her path that she would like to take. So there was a strong sense of uncertainty. That's what I get there. Now, in her environment, I get the Moon card. Now, with the Moon card, it has several meanings, okay? Because this is representing her environment. In one hand, she's dealing with deceit, lies, deception, and I think that goes in a lot with her sex work. But also another part of it is going there and being in the ballroom scene, because I'm sure she's dealing with a lot of fake people who just wants to know you because you're locally famous. You have local fame. She's locally famous, but she's not big time famous. But it's like this small culture of people that just know her because she's just there, but they don't really care about her. You know what I mean? They just know that she's there. But then, of course, she has real true friends that really love and support her. But she was dealing with a lot of people that really didn't give a shit about her. Well, didn't care about her. But and also on the other hand, with this card, she was living in a world of fantasy, dream, in a world of make believe, in a world of where she wanted to manifest her dreams into reality. And this comes in her spiritual connection too, where she felt like with her connection with God and Spirit, it was going to help her to get to where she wanted to go. So in her mind, she created this world of her being a model or an actress or something where it was where she wanted to live out her dreams, doing what she loved to do. She wanted to keep doing the same old thing. So she lived in this fantasy world of make believe. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I'm getting there, right? In her hopes and fears, I get the 9 of Wands, and this card generally talks about being on guard, being courageous, defending yourself, being on guard, being aware of what's going on around you, staying alert. So I feel that that's what she was dealing with, in her hopes and fears. Just seemed like more her fears than her hopes. So she was always fearing, being aware of things that was going on around her and staying alert and attuned to what was going on. So she was very sharp and very quick on things. So, she was very cautious. I guess she was just very cautious. Yeah. Now with her outcome, 2 cards came out. All right. And that first card came with the Hangman. She started looking at things from a different perspective. Right? She started seeing things differently. She um, was looking to move on to doing things. The reason I say that she was looking to move on to do other things is because I get the death card and I get dramatic change with this card. All right. So she was eager to make some changes. I want to say quick changes because it's popped in my head, quick changes. But she was eager to make some very major changes, but she had to really start seeing things from a different point of view in order to figure out how she was going to get to where she wanted to go. So I think she was just contemplate her next moves on things. Yeah, but in her mind, she was uncertain about what that is. But as our outcome, I see that she was thinking how she can just start seeing things from a different point of view, so she can have her dramatic changes, which is indicated here by the death card. All right. Now I have some bonus cards that came out, and I'm deciphering what these are, what the messages is, with the messages, yeah, what the messages is with this, with these 5 cards that came out. And with these set of cards, what came out is the 5 of Cups. With the 5 of Cups, I guess a card of mourning, sadness, loneliness, depression, um, not feeling that she was accomplished. You know, although there were opportunities there for her, indicated with these 2 cups that are standing, but the 3 cups are down is the one she's focusing on and not realizing there are opportunities behind her. If she'll just turn around and see what they are. Okay, and also if you see the bridge, she can cross that bridge to get to her destination. So this card here is just telling me that she was feeling very sad and very depressed by a lot of things, but she's just unaware of what those opportunities were or are for her. All right. And the next card I get is the Page of Swords. And with this Page of Swords, I get she needed to think quickly on things. You know, she needed to be, um, quick-witted, quick thought, um, assertive, ready to go. She had to be smart about what she was doing. Um, yeah, it's telling me quick thought, quick intellect, quick, um, quick thinking on things. You know, she had to be very up and astute on a lot of things here. So I'm feeling with that one. And then with the Ace of Cups here, I get a lot of pointing of love. Of, it could be from family and friends and from spirit. So she was very well loved and supported. Right. And I have the Temperance card, so I get that things were going to take time for her. She just had to be patient and still do her work, but just wait for the inspired moment to make those moves that she's been wanting to make, that she's been wanting to do. So that's what I get there. So divine timing was in order here. So a bit of patience, and things were going to take place. Just had to be patient on those things. And then I get here's the Emperor. It's like strong, assertive, uh, strong male energy here, dominating, controlling. Um, well, I guess strong, impactful decision. Say, put your foot down, assertiveness. Yeah, no sign of weakness. boss person, boss man. These are words that just pop into my head as I look through this card. But look at this card. So that's what the that's this is part of the bonus cards that popped out. And I'm trying to figure out why these cards pop out. So, thinking a bit of loneliness, which requires you to be, you have to think quickly on a lot of things. But at the same time, you have to be patient and wait for divine timing. You have a lot of love and support of people that will help you. And, I think this card is representing a male person in her life. A male person that will support her. This could be a lover or a friend. So I get a strong male energy here. Yeah, I have a feeling this is someone that she might know or possibly will meet that was going to help her. Who's going to probably be that love for her. She just had to be patient. Yeah. Because at first it shows depression, unhappiness. But yet I get the Page of Swords with quick thought, quick wit. Things are moving quickly. And then being patient and wait for divine timing with the Temperance. Because things have to blend and things have to blend in the right way for it to work for what you want to do. And then I get the Ace of Cups. I get a point of love, affection. Because this card generally represents new love. Yeah. I get new love, but then I get as the outcome the Emperor. So this is possibly a man coming into her life. A man that was going to help her. I wonder if she had a lover before she died. I mean, I understand that she had, she had customers that paid for her service as a sex worker. But I wonder if she was seeing someone. Was she seeing someone besides the sex work? And that they know that she was doing sex work. But yet this person still wanted to stay with her because they love her and want to be with her. So I get a strong male energy here. So I wonder if she had someone that really wanted to help her and love and support her. So that's what I'm getting here. Okay. All right. So that was interesting. Thank you for bearing with me on that. Thank you so much. All right. Now I have a question I want to ask Spirit. Spirit, I want to know, the person that murdered Thomas Pelagatti, better known as Venus Xtravaganza, is that murderer still alive today? Is the murderer still alive today? Is he still living? Is he still among the living? Just want to know if that person is still living. Is that person still living, Spirit? Is he still among the living? The murder of Venus Xtravaganza, is the murderer still living? Oh, the Wheel of Fortune popped up. Is the murderer still living? The Wheel of Fortune is popping up, and that's telling me yes, he's still among the living. Whoever that person is, he's still alive and kicking. Whoever murdered um, Venus Xtravaganza. So yes, person is still living. I wonder if he's a man of financial means. I wonder if he's someone that she met. This man probably has a family, but this man comes from a lot of money. And they just hooked up for that one night and things got out of hand. But I'm just speculating on that part. Everything I say is allegedly, so just for YouTube purposes. But yes, this person is still among the living. All right. Okay. That being the case, will they ever solve Venus's death? Will they ever solve her case? Because this has been a cold case for like, what, 35 years now? So, Spirit, will Venus Xtravaganza's death be solved? Will Venus Xtravaganza's death be solved? Will they find the murderer? Will they find the murderer? Will they find the person who murdered Venus Xtravaganza? Will they find the person? Will they ever find the person? Will they ever find the person who murdered her? This is interesting. I got the Fool card. This is a new journey. I think this is telling me it's going to be ongoing. It's going to be ongoing. Yeah. So it's like, I don't want to say no, but it's like when I look at this card, it's like not a yes or no, but I just feel it's ongoing. It's going to be ongoing. Let's see. So we know that the person who murdered her is still alive. The case will still be ongoing. I wonder what this person do for a living. I'm trying to think of a question to ask Spirit. No, he's living. So obviously he's older now. Let's see, what would be a good question to ask? me see. I'm gonna go off the wall here and say, I want to ask, where is this person? I want to ask that, like, Spirit, where is this person that murdered Venus Xtravaganza? Where is he? Like, let me just take all the cards. Do a new read. Just something I want to ask. Like, Spirit, where is this person that murdered Thomas Pelagatti, better known as Venus Xtravaganza? Where is this person? Interesting. Where is this person that murdered Venus Xtravaganza? Where is this person? All right, I guess that's it. Well, people, the only card that popped out was this one card, and I get the Sun card. And I'm thinking this is usually a card of joy, happiness. It's like this. It's like a rebirth in youth. This could be a family man with a family. The kids are probably growing up now. He's probably living in a world where it's sunny all day. Probably moved to California or Florida, somewhere where it's hot all year round. Place, place where it's sunny. I get a strong family connection there. Usually a place of happiness. I know a lot of older folks like to move to Florida. Yeah, I was thinking LA, but I'm feeling Florida for some strange reason. And why am I getting a strong Latin connection? Like a strong Latin connection there. Yeah. Puerto Rico was popping in my head, but then I'm thinking Latin. Well, Puerto Rican's part of the Latin community. Yeah. Family man. Unsuspecting, unknowing. No one knows who he really is. As far as this person knows, they put this thing behind them. He's definitely in a state of happiness. As far as he knows, he forgot all about it. Forgot all about this person. I don't think they want to find him. Except he's not in New York. He's where the sun is. It's like a happy place, happy state. I'm looking at a horse here. I wonder if he works on a ranch. Something like that. Hmm. Why this card? Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I know I'm dwelling on this a little long, but yeah. That's all I'm getting. But this card is signifying to me it's probably someplace hot, someplace warm, um, wherever that person is. Um, could be, could be, could be Los Angeles, somewhere California, San Fran, but then Florida. I know I keep popping over to Florida for some reason. But yeah, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Anyway, if you made it this far in the reading, I thank you. I'd like to say if anyone is interested in going to my Etsy shop, it's under the name Sylvester's Fashion Art. Please check it out. The links will be in the description below. And if you like a reading by me, you'll find that information there as well. Anyway, thank you for coming. Take care.